I think by now everybody on YouTube that has used YouTube ever has heard of I Feel Fantastic. Everybody that ends up watching that video, well,
I'm really scared.
yeah, that. What makes I Feel Fantastic so scary? Today we actually have a special guest, another fellow YouTuber. Dude, no. There actually is a special guest though, by the way. So keep watching and subscribe. Okay, but what even is I Feel Fantastic for those who don't know? Well, it's a creepy video that shows a creepy android singing for a couple of minutes and then it cuts to a pile of dirt. And so everybody automatically assumed that it was a serial killer that made it, right? Yeah, reasonable response. It's not, but it still has a really interesting backstory. So you gotta remember that for later in the video. Each of these photos are what's known as liminal spaces. And the definition of a liminal space is just kind of a place that like familiar and it's nostalgic, but it's like somewhere you definitely shouldn't be. These photos give off such an unsettling vibe, but more specifically one, which if you haven't noticed, I've taken straight from the I Feel Fantastic video. And accompanied by a creepy Taylor Swift robot thing is this room that feels like the room that's off limits at your grandparents' house. And it's a perfect contrast that ties together even better with my next point. The music. I can't actually play the music because there's a really interesting, like really twisted copyright situation with the video. Remember that for later in the video as well. But if I had to describe it, I wouldn't. I would use this image instead. This is exactly how the tune plays out. The notes go up and then immediately straight back down and then right back up. The whole sound is really jumbled together and kind of hard to process. You know it's musical, but you can't really say why, at least according to standard music formats. Because most songs have an intro, a verse, a chorus, an outro, and maybe a solo. This has none of that. It never goes anywhere. Almost like my last point, like it doesn't belong. And last but not least, of course, we have the star of the show, Tara the android. She's literally just creepy, just straight up creepy. That's my entire explanation. Uncanny valley, you might even say. But the android, the background, the music, it all ties together kind of perfectly. And since each of these factors are causing emotions, whether we know it or not, that's why I think I Feel Fantastic is so scary. For the special guest, we have Truth is Scarier Than Fiction joining us today.
I'm Truth is Scarier Than Fiction, and I make videos on various mysteries. When I first saw the video, I was both creeped out and a little confused. There wasn't a lot of widely publicized information about the video back then, at least that I could find. I didn't really believe the angle that she was some sort of serial killer or the creator was a serial killer, but it definitely added to the sort of eeriness of the video. Seeing that video and your only context being that it's from some sort of serial killer project does make the video seem a little scarier, even if your brain is telling you that the story about it being from a serial killer is probably fake. I think the main difference between I Feel Fantastic and some of the other scary mystery videos being passed around online at the time, like Obey the Walrus, is that I Feel Fantastic feels professionally made. Obviously, and especially back in the early 2000s, it's hard to make a robot that can both sing and move. Other creepy mystery videos at the time, like Obey the Walrus or Chez St. John, could be made fairly easily. On the other hand, it takes quite a bit of effort and quite a bit of money to make a robot. And I think that's what drew people to this video, that somebody put all this time and effort into making this robot and then seemingly vanished from the internet. This was a mystery that got me and probably a lot of other people into online mysteries as a whole. I watched multiple videos at the time that were sort of trying to explain what I Feel Fantastic was and where it came from. I think the most lasting impact I Feel Fantastic had on the online mystery community was sparking a sense of curiosity in people to see where things came from. You can see this in a lot of later online mysteries, like, for example, Lost Wave. Lost Wave refers to songs where we don't know the real identity of the artist that created them. In the end, I think I Feel Fantastic inspired people to try and get to the bottom of how things were created. It's not necessarily the video itself that inspired so much confusion, but the total lack of information around it.
Thank you so much to Truth is Scarier Than Fiction for being in my video. I'm still in the process of growing my channel, and I'm really grateful that anybody would want to be on one of my videos. And you guys might remember earlier that I pointed out two different things: the actual backstory of the video and then the copyright thing. Well, Truth is Scarier Than Fiction has made videos on both of those topics, and I think you should go check his channel out. So thank you for watching the video, and again, make sure to subscribe. You don't have to, but I'm like, you should. Yeah, bye.